Hi guys, welcome back to my channel.
Just hold on one moment and someone will be right with you.
In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I achieve these Marley twists, the blonde ombre. They were meant to be jumbo twists, so they're meant to be a little bit bigger, but I still like the way that they came out. It took me, if I would have did it straight through, it would have took me about 3 hours to complete, but I did take a lot of breaks and I ended up finishing the next morning. So this is the look. They're not too long. I did do the rubber band method on these twists, and that was actually the longest part of the video, just making sure my parts were straight, making sure rubber bands weren't too tight and anything like that. So if you are interested in how I achieve these twists, just go ahead and keep on watching. So I'm starting off on washed and blow dried hair. It's mostly blow dried. Some parts I'm gonna have to go through and blow dry a little more as I'm doing it, but for right now it's pretty mostly blow dried and stretched. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. What I do first is I part my hair down the middle so that I have 2 equal sides. And check and see if it's straight at the back. So I'm gonna start on this side, and I'm doing jumbo twists, so I'm gonna have bigger parts, bigger pieces versus when I usually do them, I do them a lot smaller, but I want something different, so I'm gonna go ahead and do bigger parts this time. So I'm sectioning up my hair, seeing if I like that size. I'm gonna go ahead and part this section into 2. Okay, so I already finished sectioning off half of my hair. I am doing the rubber band method, so I just went through. I did my parts as straight as I could. I don't really care if my parts aren't like perfectly straight, because I prefer like that messy kind of boho kind of look anyway with my twists. So I just went ahead and just parted them, sectioned them off. For the front, I use my edge control. I use the Style Factor Edge Booster just to kind of lay my edges a little bit before putting rubber bands on, because it just looks neater versus doing it afterwards. And then for the sections throughout my head, I use the Style Factor Edge Gel, or just the Style Factor Edge Booster Gel, to lay the hair down before I put my hair in the sections. And then after I'm done with a section, I'll take my blow dryer and just kind of go through on cool, and I'll just break the sections up a little bit more so that the ends are pretty good and it's nice and detangled. And it helps a lot when it's time to start putting in the twists. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side of my head. It took me about maybe 45 minutes to do this side, and I know that because I watched an episode of 60 Days In, and if you don't watch that show, I recommend it. It's actually really good, especially if you like jail shows and that kind of stuff. It's a really good show. But I finished up about 1 episode of that before I finished this, right when I finished this. So that's kind of how I base my time. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on the next section. I'm just gonna go ahead and speed through this, and I'll stop when I get towards the middle to kind of explain how I do my parting and give any tips I have on parting your hair. To part my hair, I use my little edge brush here. I got it from Sally's. I think it's like the Evolve. Yeah, the Evolve edge brush. It has a really good point on the end to help me part my hair. So I'm just gonna go ahead and feel where I parted this side and just extend that part across my head. And I can kind of feel that it's not straight, so I'll just go through and get any stray pieces. And then I'll tie this section of hair up, and then I'll take my mirror, and I'll use the mirrors in my restroom to check on the straightness of the part and just see if it lines up with the other section good. And this one is a little too high, so I'll just go in with my comb or my edge brush and just lower. Okay, so once I have the section pretty good, I'll go ahead and split that up into sections and just keep on going. So when I'm doing the front of my hair, focus. Yeah. So when I'm doing the front of my hair, I always use the edge control because it holds a little bit better. So I'll do that on my edges, and then I'll take my edge brush and I'll just style my edges kind of like how I would wear them most likely with my twist. So I'll just kind of lightly brush everything into the section, and then I'll band it from there. That way it just gives it a cleaner look versus styling your edges after. I feel like, you know, having all that extra hair left out can be kind of annoying. So I just style into the section and then I band it, and then whatever hairs are left, like the shorter hairs, those can be styled after, but for the longer ones I just kind of use my edge control, brush into the section, and it gives a much cleaner look. So I'm gonna go ahead and start putting the twist in my head now, in my hair now. I'm going to be using the Model Cuban twist hair in 16 inches. I got color OT27 this time. Usually when I do my twists, I always get color 1 because my hair is 1. But I wanted to try something different for the spring and summer. So I went ahead and got this color. I like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I am going to be using a crochet hook this time. Usually when I do my twist, I don't use a crochet hook, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it another try and see if I can get used to it. I really just don't like them, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take 2 pieces of hair. I like my twist long, so I'm going to kind of make it a little bit longer, like so. I know it seems uneven, but once I twist it up, it'll be fine. Just to give it a little bit more length. So I'm gonna take my hook, put it through. Ouch. Take my hook, push it through underneath my rubber band. Then I'm gonna take the hair, give it a little twist so that it's easier for me to hook it on the crochet hook. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just come in a little bit closer. I'm going to put the hair on the hook. And then I just pull through and it'll close on its own. Pull through. And then unhook it. And then I'm gonna take that loop and just pull one side of the hair through. When I twist, I do use a little bit more of the gel, but not too much because my hair blends in pretty well with this hair texture. So I'm going to split up my hair into 2 pieces to go along with the 2 pieces of the twist. Give it a little pull to tighten the rubber band just a little bit. And then I have my 2 sections here and here. Apply the gel down the hair. And then I'm just gonna start twisting one side, twist the other side. And as I twist in the same direction. So this one, as you can see, I'm turning to the left. So the next piece I will also turn to the left. And eventually you'll be able to just start wrapping them around each other and just continuing to turn in the same direction, and you'll start getting your twists. I add a little bit of gel as I go, making sure to keep the twist tight because it will loosen a bit once you get to the end. When I get to the end of my hair, I add a little bit more gel. As I'm going down, I'm kind of raking my thumb through the hair because it just helps it twist better, in my opinion. And I just go all the way down the hair shaft. I'm gonna add a little bit of gel every now and then just to keep everything nice and together. And I noticed that when I taper the ends to make them longer, it actually helps the end of the twist stick together more. So when I'm done, I usually don't have to hot water set them. They usually just stay together like this. This one twist done. That's pretty long. Comes to my waist. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish my entire head, and then I will come back. Okay, so I'm back. It's been like 3 hours. I got really distracted watching TV, and then I got hungry, and then Trinity got hungry, and so I just stopped. But I did get quite a bit done, as you can see. It took me about an hour to do this much, so I could have finished if I would have just kept working, but I didn't want to get hangry. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed through the rest of this, and I will see you guys when I am done. Okay, so I've gotten pretty far with them. I've just been taking my time, and I've stopped quite a few times to get snacks and to watch the show I've been watching. So my plan was to get done tonight, but I'm just gonna stop here and finish the rest in the morning. I just have these 2 little sections left, so that shouldn't take me long. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this last one and then get ready for bed, and I'll finish the rest up tomorrow. So what I do is I take my crochet hook, get closer. Take the crochet hook, put it underneath the rubber band. Put it through, take the hair. One thing with this hair I noticed is that because I'm using 2 different kinds of hair, I'm using the model for the OT27, the blonde ombre, and then I'm using Zury hair for the one. The textures, as you can kind of see, different. This one is a lot chunkier, like in a dry way, and this one is kinky, but it's silkier, so they do twist differently. This one twists a lot easier and it doesn't shed as I go through. But with the model, I like how the twist on this looks. It looks better to me. It blends better with my hair. It's just that when as I'm twisting it, which you'll see in a second, it does shed a lot, which is kind of annoying because a lot of the hair is coming out, so they're not as thick. So I'm gonna go ahead. What I do is I take the hair, I stretch it out, take the middle and I twist it a few times just so it's easier to put on the hook. So I make a little loop. I put it on the hook. And then usually I just pull it through. The latch will close on its own. And pull it through. Unhook it. And then I'll take that loop I made, and I'll pull half of the hair through. So I have the hair through. I'm going to split my hair in half. Pull the rubber band a little tighter. Take the edge booster gel. Put it on each section. And then twist in the same direction. So to the left on this one, to the left on this one. And just twist it down. And you want to twist very tight so that your hair stays in and blended, and so your twist doesn't come undone. And as I go down, I take more gel and add it to the twist. And this is what I mean when I say it sheds a lot. It gets very tangled on the ends. My hair is sticking out a little bit, so I think I might go back up and tuck that in a little better. Put some more gel right here. There we go. And just twist all the way down. If I get to the end and it's kind of uneven like this is, I'll just put them together and resplit them to make them even. So now I have the two even pieces here and here, and then just keep twisting the same way. Add some gel, twist all the way down. So that's it. I'm gonna stop here and get some sleep, and I'll finish in the morning. Okay, so it's the next morning. I'm going to go ahead and finish off these two sections. It's about 8 braids on each side. I'm gonna see how fast I can get done. Right now it's 10:42. I'm gonna try to be done by noon. So I'm just gonna go ahead and speed through this process.
J Will.
11:26, and I just finished that little section. So it took me about 40 minutes. So I think I should be able to finish this one in the next 30 minutes or so. They were supposed to be jumbo twists. Some of them are big. I don't know, I like them. They're very messy. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish off this side, and then I will be done. Okay, so that does conclude this video. I hope that you got some tips on how to do your own Marley twist, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've made it this far, go ahead and click that subscribe button and give me a like and leave a comment and tell me what your favorite summer or spring hairstyle is. And I hope to see you in my next video.